With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg.
A short throw here to Latu.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Stafford on 1st down.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. McCaffrey following the penalty. And they'll get him down right about the 20. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at their own 16.
13.
They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
You look at this Niner defense.
It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
3rd down and 6.
Geno now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Fielded at the 33. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
32.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Stafford.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
70.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Stafford. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Niners are able to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
Niners 10, Seahawks 0. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Give to Walker on the read option.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith.
That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the 2nd quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a 1st down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
The Seahawks at 3-6 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Now draw play. It's Walker. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Throwing now is Geno. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got him. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks are back within a score.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw, Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here we go.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and a yard. here's Charbonnet once again.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Throwing is Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. End zone call. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 14-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Stafford. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
He's got the hook up here to Caldwell. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On first down, this is McCaffrey.
They'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Stay 50, stay 50. Hey, 50.
Stafford now to throw.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 46 yards.
And the 49ers are once again back in front. Extra point try now for Moody.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Niners 17. Seahawks 14. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. A shotgun snap for Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. The Smith's throw into the hands of Fan.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
On 1st and 10, Smith.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end.
53, ready.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Ready.
2nd and 10. Now here's Samuel on the end around.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now San Francisco will call their 2nd timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Ready.
3rd down and 13.
Now Stafford. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot here before break. Smith. And he whips that one incomplete there. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Seahawks 14.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters, they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Charbonnet. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This is 2nd and 8. Now it's Smith. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And he will sneak this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right. And because your game plan doesn't change, I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Middle. Zebra.
Stafford.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Zebra. 11.
To throw is Stafford. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. A free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Now it's Stafford. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
53, ready. Come on.
McCaffrey running up the middle.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
McCaffrey on the counter. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Now 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Stafford. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. From 13 yards out.
And the Niners are able to widen their advantage.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Hey, easy, easy. Easy, alert.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Flush to his right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Geno now to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And Walker has it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll sneak it with Smith. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Charbonnet, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. Touchdown!
Jackson Smith-Njigba
from 4 yards out.
And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. Gino's going to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's going to let this thing go deep for Caldwell. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 22!
Back to throw. Stafford. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6 on the Seahawks 19-yard line.
Second down and 6 now. Now Stafford is going to change things up.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
22!
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Fourth touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out.
27. Jake Moody to kick off for the
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On first down, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Left side complete to Lockett. Tyler Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup.
On second down, it's Walker. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Hey, here we go, hey.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's Smith. And this will be caught by 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on the PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Stafford. He's going to let this thing go deep for Caldwell. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome.
A beautiful fake. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Smith's going to throw it. Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. They'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Smith to throw.
They'll lock him with a grab over the middle.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Smith.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Here's Smith.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. The extra point now coming from Myers. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And here comes a return from just...
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else, in their sanity as they move to 4-6.